Hi everyone, this is Juliana Avdieva here. Welcome to the 18th episode of Avdieva Shostakovich project. And today we are talking about the beautiful F minor Prelude and Fugue from 24 Preludes and Fugues, Opus 87 by Dmitri Shostakovich. I'm absolutely in love with this pair. It sounds very simple, very natural. For me, in a way, also very connected to the folks tradition. Maybe because of, again, natural minor, but later a little bit more about it in the fugue. The prelude is very simple. So we have this beautiful melody. It says espressivo from the very beginning. Maybe it's with nostalgia or this melancholic feeling, which is already described here. Look at it. Already this pain, slight in this first bar. We have, of course, the supporting left hand, which is moving and some kind of taking care of the melody, which can sing out very, very, very free. Then we have the crescendo. G flat major suddenly. To piano. So I don't know, it's maybe, yeah, this is for me a picture of one of the first fall days where you see the gray sky and the first leaves are falling down and you are thinking about the beautiful summer which you spent. So maybe, yeah, this kind of melancholy, I don't know. And there's one place of a certain warmth which Shostakovich writes here. He suddenly changes the tempo to adagio and writes subito pianissimo, and this happens very maybe a memory on something beautiful, something warm, and then accelerando poco a poco, going back. Suddenly pianissimo and E major. Espressivo in the left hand. In the end, but it's a little ambiguous. Look, because we have in the very end this repeating sequence. A flat major in combination with F major, which sounds, and then this pain element with the D flat remains a small second. This is not really resolved here, somehow, this tension. This is the beginning of the F minor fugue. This, for me, probably also because it's a natural F minor and we have so many fourths. So we have this element and then the fourth going down. For me, maybe these are also these small signals which remind me on the folks music, and for me this is definitely a vocal fugue, one more vocal, pure vocal fugue. I hear somehow maybe something like girls choir, so it's only girls, I don't know, being in the nature, on the fields, and they sing. They sing together. This is something very careless, at the same time very pure, very, very beautiful music. I adore this fugue because somehow it moves some certain strings in my soul. I don't know why. So the subject is very, it's going up. The fugue is in 4 parts. The counter subject here is built on the following pattern. This is a very typical Shostakovich pattern. You see, we have 2 8th notes followed by a quarter, ta-ta-tam, ta-ta-tam, ta-ta-tam. This element he uses very, very often in his works, and there is definitely a connection also with the same element from the subject. There will be no drama in this fugue. Shostakovich will keep it very simple, very pure, and very moving, in my opinion. The first appearance of the subject in a major key will happen right in the beginning of the development section in A flat major, and will bring us immediately some sunshine. And now one of my absolute highlights of this fugue will happen, and this will be, in my opinion, a kind of outbreak, but not in this heavy drama, grounded, dramatic style, but something very agitated, maybe in a very youthful form. So it's in the agitation in the air. It's not grounded. So let's see how Shostakovich even changes a little bit the pattern, so that we have a kind of longer line. Let's see. In the normal pattern. There will be one bigger outbreak here before the recap, also with a very, very dramatic, but it will never lose this pureness. So it's very interesting how Shostakovich achieves this. Right, you heard one stretto for 2 voices first, and then with all 4. Of course, this subject is indeed literally made for the stretto. So this is this amazing fugue. It's so beautiful. But in the end, we'll have again a little bit a reminder from the prelude. So it's through this beauty and this pureness, it will not, still it has you remember the element from the prelude with the combination of A flat major and F major chords, and then of course Shostakovich also as the kind of subject, but it is interrupted by these chords, and with this first chromatic note here with the painful G flat, maybe also a little bit reminder on the first painful element from the prelude. So we have some peace in the F major. One of my absolute favorite pairs from the cycle. But let me know what are your thoughts, what are your associations on this particular pair, maybe you have some completely other different ideas, I would be very happy to learn them. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good week. See you next Thursday. Bye.